Waiting for DLive to go live. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Duh. How do I get that part? Hey, it's ready. Okay. Sorry, folks. I was trying to configure something here. Doesn't always work out the first time. There we go. And let's see if I can get that working. Probably not. Oh well. What am I gonna do? Just keep it there. Let me do one thing. And we are set. We are live. Okay, I really didn't have much. I mean, there's a couple things I want to go over. Maybe I'll get to it afterwards. Kind of like a off-topic thing, on-topic. Anything goes, whatever. Oh well, I'll get to it now. One thing before I get to the main topic. Let me get to the browser. Aha, here we go. I'm off and on watching Randall Carlson's Cosmic Patterns and Cycles of Catastrophe. More esoteric stuff, but I was just kind of going back and forth on it about thing and pay more attention to it, because one of the things that I noticed, and you'll find it in if you do a search, and for all you tech geeks out there, you'll notice that these numbers kind of overlap. By overlap, I mean, what resolution are you watching on your computer screen? Or maybe not even a computer screen. Your phone. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to watch it in 360p, 480p, 720p, 1080p, 1440p. Maybe you're watching in 4K, 2160p. If I had to make a guess and put some money on it, I think the next big thing is going to be 10K. We're not going to go to 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K, maybe 8K. From 4K, maybe 8K, but I think we're going to get to 10K resolution. We're going to have like, what would it be? 6400 by 3600 resolution. But, I mean, I just found it pretty, I don't know what you would call it, coincidental. But there's more to it than that. I mean, that was just a techie geek that I was just noticing these similarities. One thing that I noticed when I did a Google search, and that's what I did, I just went to Randall Carlson 720, 1440, 2160, because I was watching this video. I didn't watch it all the way through. I need to start at the beginning, but 2 hours. That's just the first 2 hours of 4 hour total. So somehow I'll find 4 hours to actually pay attention. Now I get to, this is where I got the image. I don't know whether Joe Dubs is someone who just follows stuff, or I don't know. But anyways, I'll probably have to more to this site that I look up anyways, because it's pretty interesting, because how it all adds up. Now, one thing I like about this joedubs.com site is there's a quote. Condemnation before investigation. And that's what it is. That's what social pressure, peer pressure, whatever it is. They'll condemn you for whatever thought, whatever belief, whatever it is. They'll condemn you for it before they investigate themselves. And flat earth people who, I mean, that's why everyone laughs at flat earth. Why do you think that is? Anytime someone talks about flat earth, if anyone talks about any conspiracy theory, why do you think people look at you funny? Why do you think that is? It has to do with conditioning because of condemnation before investigation. But way before memes and whatnot. Anyways, let me just read this page. Excuse me. Under which the learned men of that age beheld Christianity, an obscure and distant view. Had Tacitus known more of Christianity, of its precepts, duties, constitution, or design, however he had discredited the story, he would have respected the principle. He would have described the religion differently, though he had rejected it. It has been very satisfactorily shown that the superstition of the Christians consisted in worshipping a person unknown to the Roman calendar, and that the perniciousness of which they were reproached was nothing else but their opposition to the established polytheism. Anyways, that was the snippet. But here he writes, you may have heard of this quote before. It's been floating around the internet for quite some time. It's almost like a meme. Before Richard Dawkins was born, this axiom was a meme before the internet or electricity existed. Condemnation before investigation is the highest form of ignorance. This quote, most often attributed to the infamous Albert Einstein, is paraphrased often without citations to the likes of Ernest Hemingway, Thomas Edison, and Ralph Waldo Emerson. William Paley, however, wrote a similar sentiment that can be found on page 455 of his book entitled Paley's Evidences of Christianity. Quote, contempt prior to examination is an intellectual vice from which the greatest faculties of mind are not free, end quote. William Paley from 1859 AD. Also see metabunk.org, share pin tweet, blah, blah, blah. I thought that was nice. That's good. And why do we have to get this? I know a lot of people are very similar vein of me, agnostic. Most of you are atheists, actually. But then there are Christians and those of different viewpoints, religious, and I don't care. I'm glad that you believe in something, but I think more than belief is searching for the truth, because you will stop searching for the truth once you believe in something. Once you believe and that's it, you're not going to search for the truth of it. You can just take its word and, all right, I believe it. Nothing more to see. That's what it is. And that's why I call myself agnostic and don't really have a religion. Because once I believe in something, I'm going to stop searching. I'm going to say, I know because I believe. I'm not going to stop searching. There's just too much mystery out there. There's too much out there to know, to find out, or try to know. Okay, so let's get to the main point of this video live stream. It's, you want to go to space? Well, it'll never happen with NASA in charge or with the current U.S. government in charge. It might have happened previously, not now. I think with the, I always wondered, I don't know. I mean, I don't think any government out there is gonna get up there. They're all gonna fake it. One of the things that I want to just say, you know, I had so many thoughts of what I'm gonna put in this video, but you know, I like putting things in the form of questions, kind of like Jeopardy. First is, okay, we got Mars rovers without a hitch on Mars taking pictures. Why don't we send a moon rover to the moon and have it keep taking pictures? Heck, we need more pictures of Earth. Why aren't there hundreds, thousands of pictures on Earth? Let's forget that the Apollo missions, all 8 Apollo missions, only came up with one video, one picture of Earth. Of all that time, they took thousands of pictures on the Apollo moon missions. Only one picture of Earth. And that one picture of Earth, or that video, you guys debunked it. But that Earth picture was small. You know that the moon is a quarter the size of the Earth? At least that's what they say. So the Earth in that picture, as the same distance, or maybe they're not even on the moon, they're just getting towards the, maybe they're halfway there. It should be a lot bigger. I mean, the way we look at the moon, okay, it's if we were to watch a moon that was I don't know, 4 times the size, it would be huge. It would be big. But that's not what we see. We see something that's almost like a quarter the size of the moon when we saw the Earth. Do I believe outer space exists? I don't know. Again, I don't believe. If we, I don't think we went to the moon. I don't think we're getting out there outside lower Earth orbit. Hey, NASA says they need to figure a way to get out of lower Earth orbit. I mean, obviously they did that 50 years ago. Maybe they have amnesia or something. I don't know why they keep saying that stuff. But look, I am a big sci-fi buff. I love sci-fi. Dune is one of my favorite books. Ender's Game, one of my favorite books of all time. Those two. Those are my favorite books, bar none. It's going to be science fiction. I want to, as a kid, I don't want to be an astronaut. I just want to be out there. I wanted to do my own have my own ship, travel the galaxy, you know, explore. Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm pretty sure plenty of you out there want the same thing. But let's see. Almost, has it been 50 years? More than 50 years? Almost 50 years? I think it's 49 years. We're not even close. No one has been in outer space, or what they say is outer space, not even to the ISS, outside Earth's orbit. Unless you're probably a Freemason, and a high level one at that, 32nd or 33rd. Have to be in the military. You have to be what, colonel or something in the military. And I would say Air Force, not necessarily in Navy or Army. I think it's always the Air Force, right? And then you can get up there. You can go up there. At least that's what they say. You know, why with the harnesses and the blue screen, green screen / virtual reality stuff, you know, why do you need all that if you're out in space? And here's the thing. When you watch NASA's videos, you can subscribe to them. NASA videos, NASA, whatever, on YouTube. Just watch it. Every video they release, you know what it is? People in the ISS, International Space Station. They're just kind of floating around doing stuff. Why aren't they taking hundreds of pictures and videos outside their windows, whatever? I mean, they've got one that's going around all the time. It's like, there's a picture of an astronaut in the ISS with 20, 30 cameras around him. And let me see if I could find the... I was watching another video. You know, I kind of go back and forth a little bit. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Sorry, there's just so much. I can't find it. I mean, it's absurd. I may not be able to find it, but maybe I'll just play back this.
Monkey suit up here into space. I'm just gonna fly around like a gorilla up in space. Thank you guys for the tax dollars. Oh, me, I've just got a fake tuxedo. They sent it to me from Earth. Me, I've just got $1 million.
Yeah, okay. Look, all those cameras, but do we really see any of them? I mean, they can do live video, and they can have them taking pictures, and we can see the results of those pictures. Why not? I mean, if you've got enough cameras. I don't want to see the inside of the International Space Station of 0G, or what they say is 0G. I don't care. We've seen it. We've seen hundreds of hours of it. Let's see outside. You know, with whatever windows, and they should probably make a better International Space Station where it's just windows everywhere. And maybe outside the other direction of Earth. I mean, let's take more pictures of Earth. Let's do that. Maybe zoom in with those telephoto cameras over there. Take more of those pictures. Take it, you know, just, I don't want to see any more of this crap. Of course, we're not going to see any more. We're going to see more of this crap. We're always going to see more of this crap. We're not going to see anything cool or new. We're not going to be able to see, they don't show us pictures or videos of the space debris of all the satellites that have been destroyed. But they tell us all this stuff. I want to see more of that. That'd be great. I mean, just look how ugly that the debris of that orbit is around Earth because of all the busted up satellites that they say that there's up there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where was I going with? Oh yeah. Why'd I switch over? Let's actually look. Let's look at NASA. Let's see the NASA's channel. All right. Let's look at NASA. Oh, NASA Live stream. Look, this official stream of NASA and all this other stuff, and hopefully I'll probably get like a little bit of a tag.
Moon surface.
You know, I'm just going back 4 hours. Look, more of the inside of the International Space Station. We don't care about you guys talking whatever it is inside the International Space Station. Look, we would want more of this. All right, now point the camera the other way. Go to another window. Go look at all the space debris. Maybe zoom in a little bit more. You guys got telephoto lens. You're telling me you've got the worst cameras in the world, with billions of dollars of budget every year, and all you guys are going to show is repeat the same thing. I mean, maybe a lot of people are fans. Sure, I'm a fan of space, or science fiction space, whatever they say. Live Earth views from the International Space Station. Well, this one's not working. Look. This is NASA's site, live streaming live now. They got nothing. They got a gray screen. What the fuck? Sorry, I don't mean to curse all the time. I mean, our tax dollars hard at work, folks. Okay, so let's just go to. I already clicked on NASA. Alright, I mean, we know that this is one because it has 3 million views. Now let's look at all the videos that they may have out. I'll bet you anything it's going to just be more. Oh, this one looks interesting. Alright, let's open that one up. Life and Death of a Planetary System. Pictures, videos, they're all renditions. That means it's not real videos, pictures, just CGI. You're NASA. You don't need to tell us these CGI stories. Just you guys are the ones that are supposedly out there taking pictures and videos and experiments out there. Tell us that stuff. That's what we're interested in. We want to know how 0G is working, how the radiation levels are there in different areas, how hot things can get when the sun comes up, how hot cold it is when it's not, when this moon comes around, how hot or how cold it is, etc. Give us your experiments and your data and your observations. We don't want any of this CGI crap. And again, live space again. Let me maybe it was messed up. Let's look at it again. Oh, yeah, gray screen. Nothing going on there. Venture class rockets, first class flights for CubeSats. Let me see. CGI. That's not from space. CGI. Okay, here we go. We're doing science experiments on the ground. That's not in space. More talking, more ships, more stuff on the ground. You guys have an international space station outside in orbit. You guys can do a lot of cool stuff. Talk about a whole bunch of stuff you guys can be doing up there, that you guys are doing up there. You're telling me all that you're doing and showing the world, to the public, is nonsense? I mean, I don't see one experiment at all that you guys are doing up there that you guys are showing everyone. I mean, you guys could do a series of Series 1, Rabbits in Space, Day 1, Day 199. You know, you guys can do blogs, NASA blogs of the International Space Station, of your experiments and what you guys have for your data and what the entire premise for that experiment is. No, we don't get any of that. We don't get any of that. As a geek, as a nerd, as a whatever, I want to know that stuff. I want to know how, like, you know, they'll have, like, have two horny dogs just doing it in space. See how it goes. I mean, you guys can show that. You can. It's like a nature video. You can show animals having sex. Have them have sex in 0G. You can't do it with humans because that'd be rated X. But you can do it with animals. Have rabbits start humping each other in 0G. I mean, that would be hilarious. That would be awesome. They won't have that. Look, we can't even explore Antarctica. What makes you think we're gonna explore space? You, me, anyone who's not up there, who's not a Freemason, who's not a NASA, who's not a colonel, who's not a government agent. I mean, even government agents, I'm pretty sure, can't even get up there. Where have we been in the last 50 years? Look at all the other technology out there. Look at the plane technology, aircraft technology. That's advanced for 50 years. Rocket technology, I'm sure we have better rockets, at least better rockets to go further, to hit further targets across the world, the Earth, to rain destruction upon a group of people. We've definitely advanced in that, but we haven't advanced in rocket technology to get to the moon, and maybe not what was it, 3 days? Maybe in like 2 hours, or maybe 2 hours is too quick. Maybe a day. I mean, 50 years. Maybe we can get to the moon in a third of the time, or maybe that's too much. Maybe half the time. Maybe a day and a half. Maybe I mean, we got tremendous advance in technology with cameras and camcorders, video technology, live streaming, internet, radio, electromagnetic frequencies and stuff like that. We got a lot of advancements in pretty much everything except NASA. What's NASA's gotten? All right. I know a lot of people, their first thing is, what, you don't think we went to the moon? Don't you think that the government and NASA have technology probably 50 years in advance than the public? Well, it's 50 years now. So obviously that thought process, no, that's a conspiracy theory, that's for sure. So right now NASA should have technology of 2068. The US government should have the rocket space technology of 2068 that we would know about. They shouldn't even be thinking about Mars. They should be thinking of the next solar system. that's how good the technology should be. No, we can't even get out of lower Earth or orbit. So they're either lying to us, and they always have. And if that's the case, they need to be ended. That NASA's not going to get us into outer space. Space Force, Trump, U.S. government, current U.S. government, whoever's in charge, whoever's president, left, right, whoever, they're not going to get us into outer space. They're not. Not in this generation, not in my generation, not my kids' generation, not my kids' kids' generation, not my kids' 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 generation. And you're like, oh, but look, we made it to Mars. Oh, look, we made it to Jupiter. Hey, look, we made it to Uranus. Yeah, we'll probably stop at Uranus, that's for sure. And every generation is gonna go, how come we're not like in Star Trek by now? I mean, at the rate of technology, how everything goes, it's advancing everywhere. How come we're not out in space by now? Even that, why aren't we doing a lot of things? We should have fully explored our oceans by now. We haven't fully explored Antarctica and the South Pole. We haven't. We don't see any videos or images. It's top secret. Yeah, we're distracted by a lot of stuff. I agree. I mean, I want anyone out there that's really, really big, and you guys could join. I mean, Zoom, you guys could always talk. Come on and talk. You guys don't. You guys don't want to have this conversation. You don't want to have this debate. It's not even. It shouldn't even be a debate. It's all you have to do is just look into it. Attention to detail. Military people. That's the first thing you learn in boot camp. Basic training. Attention to detail. I want you to do one thing. Pay attention to the detail of NASA. Pay attention to the detail of whatever happens that's kind of bad. I mean, do you want terrorists to wreak havoc on the U.S. population of civilians? Look into those. Make it better. Second thing, not just military. Protocol. Military follow protocol. Almost every agency out there, organization, civilian, as far as police forces and even corporations, there's protocols. There's rules and regulations, protocols to follow. If this happens, you do this. If this happens, you do this. You do it by the T and check it off. That's how it's supposed to work. So when something happens, first question that's asked is, was protocol followed? And if it's no, then it should be continued, right? We don't, and people ask the questions of whether protocol is followed. And usually what's the result? Why are you asking that question? What? We can't ask that question? Well, they go, no, you can ask that question, but why are you asking that question? Why wouldn't we follow questions? You're negligent if you're not following protocol. So we want to know if you were following protocol. And then if you weren't following protocol, we're going to find out whether you were or not. That's the first thing that we investigate. But if that's being blocked off, you got a question. Why are you blocking the investigation of whether you follow protocol or not? Whatever agency. That's why when I look into Sandy Hook with the Halbert guy, he's just asking those questions. Did you guys follow protocol? What type of protocol do you guys follow in these situations? We've got a protocol for when there's an earthquake, when there's a tornado, when there's a hurricane, when there's fire, when there's now, especially for decades now, we've had those drills of active shooters within schools. There's protocols now. Yeah, it keeps happening. So were those protocols followed? I mean, do you have a protocol? First answer. And most likely it should be yes. If it's no, then there's a problem There's a problem that needs to be settled once and for all. 2, okay, let's say you do have a protocol. What is that protocol? They'll share the protocol. I'm pretty sure they'll share it. And then 3, did you follow protocol? And then they'll either say yes or no. If they start going, but, or, well, then it's a no. So in every situation, you need to pay attention to detail. That means you need to go research. You gotta look into the data. You need to look into it. You need to be active in what you're watching, if you really want to find the truth of it. And second, most people are prepared for situations. They have plans. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, protocols. And those protocols get updated and signed off every year by a higher command. Whether it's a CEO of a corporation, whether it's a admiral or general, whatever, or colonel of any military branch, some regulations that you have to follow if you want to update your permit or license for whatever, those protocols and rules and regulations are always in place. And if those aren't followed, who's to blame? Well, most people don't want to be blamed if they don't follow it, but most of the time they're not followed. But then why is there so much attack on people asking the questions of that? Whether they had a protocol, whether they followed it, and if they didn't follow it, why they didn't follow it. I mean, those are just 3 simple questions. Any third party, anyone should be able to ask those questions, but anyone asking those questions get trolled to hell. Condemnation without investigation. That's what people are doing. And you know what? A lot of people, a lot of you guys, and I know a lot of you guys, lots of people want to talk with anybody because that's what's going on, or follow that paradigm. It's like, hey, why are you even asking this question? People died. Yeah, we want to make sure that people don't die the next time because people should follow protocols. If you expect to, and this is for people who want gun control or no longer have the Second Amendment. If you want to just be protected by the police, by the military's not going to protect you. But the police are supposed to, or at least that's your thought. They're going to have to follow protocols, right? So when they do something wrong, why not be able to ask that question? Because if someone's out there and killing people and it takes them 20 minutes and they're there and they don't do anything, and then more people get killed, and then, you know, an hour goes by and then suddenly the shooter kills themselves, well, what the fuck good is the police force that was there that was supposedly supposed to protect those people? And you can't ask those questions. You're like, you're gonna ask, if someone asks those questions, people are gonna say, why are you asking those questions? We just need to get rid of guns. It's like, well, if we get rid of guns, how are we gonna be protected? Because we're just asking what were the police doing? So that stuff kills me. So it ties in. If these things happen, what's the protocol of NASA or the U.S. government? We don't really get to see that. It's what is available to the public of any. Why do we need to submit FOIA requests for NASA in the first place if we want any information from NASA? Aren't they supposedly funded by taxpayers? Shouldn't that be public information? Same thing with the U.S. government. Aren't we paying them? Shouldn't that information be public? But we get redacted information. We get information that they allow to show us. And, you know, they'll say, hey, look, we released information for you. It's like, yeah, it's all blacked out. You released a whole bunch of black marks where we can't really see anything. How is that freedom of information? It's just freedom of redaction. There's no information here. So yeah, I want to know if the Earth, look, flat Earth, globe Earth, it really doesn't matter at this point. What you believe, what you fall into, all I want are more pictures. I want a million pictures. All the renditions of Earth, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Have time lapses of Earth, or just what about taking a video from the IIS of eclipses? Isn't that something that would be awesome? I would love seeing that. I would love seeing an eclipse from the ISS. Has that ever happened at all? Can you think of a time where there's ever been a picture or a video of an eclipse occurring during the ISS? That would be just something awesome, wouldn't it? But for me, I would love for us, I mean, if we can land a rover on Mars, we can land a rover on the moon. There's the atmosphere of the moon is a lot less than that of Mars. The distance is a lot less than that of Mars. We've landed people supposedly on the moon 50 years ago, 8 times in a row without a hitch. Yeah, of course, NASA. You're still supporting an agency, NASA, that's lost all the original videotapes, pictures, telemetry data, blueprints, everything, rocket fuel. You still want them to lead the charge into space? What if what if it happens again? We've landed on Mars with astronauts 8 times in a row, and we're gonna stop for another 50 years. And then within those 50 years, they can go, oh yeah, funny thing, we lost all our data to land on the Mars, and the rocket fuel technology, telemetry data, and we just have to start over again. It's like, what? Again? And people are gonna be like, oh well, we landed on Mars. Hoorah. Go NASA. But look, okay, seriously. Send a rover to the moon. Don't even take pictures of the moon. The moon is boring. Take pictures, time lapses, video of Earth, and then have another one that's pointed away 180 degrees away from where it's pointing from to Earth. Because look, the moon doesn't rotate, right? The near side of the moon is always facing Earth. We would always love to watch a video transmission, and it's a natural satellite. No matter where on Earth, you're gonna get radio waves bouncing back, so it's gonna be supposedly easy to get the video feed back, and pictures, whatever, any type of data transmission back from the moon, from that moon rover, to Earth, so we could see videos and images of Earth during any time of the day, 24/7. Different parts of the world will have be connected. NASA's got that, right? And another part is, you may have to route something around in order to maybe set a cable, right? I don't know. Figure out a way. You guys can do it. Point it on the far side of the moon, taking images behind the moon. Because you know what? The sun's not out there. If the Earth isn't reflecting anything, I don't know how that would work. I don't think so. But no matter, it's the dark side of the moon's always dark. Unless the sun's behind it, then it'll be lighting up. But just, can you imagine the stars that you can see without an atmosphere? without any light, with no sun, no reflection coming from the earth. That would just be beautiful pictures. You won't have to do anything. You just take a raw photo. The night sky should be just amazing. I mean, people go out to like Death Valley at night to take pictures, and it's amazing, the stars out there. Can you imagine those taken on the dark side of the moon with no sunlight at all and no atmosphere? That night sky, that space out there, the picture that they can take, it's just gold. It'd be amazing. It would be beautiful. And that's just out of into the nothing, into the stars. And then you've got the other side, pictures of Earth. I mean, it'd be nice to see. I mean, it would be great data. I mean, somehow we get a lot of satellite information from satellites, I guess. You put a good video camera, and it can always be powered up by solar, no matter what, except for maybe one day of the month you may not get any solar energy if you have solar panels powering the moon rover. But look, the moon rover, I'm pretty sure if you guys can have batteries that are 50 years ahead, wink wink, 50 years ahead of civilian technology, those batteries can last for more than a day to power up the rover. You guys probably could power up for a year. Those batteries should be amazing, right? But of course, it doesn't need to last for a year. It just needs to last for a day, and you can recharge the next day. It's simple. And the pictures and the videos that you guys can get from that, I mean, people would love it. Why doesn't it happen? You spend those billions of dollars going to Mars, and we get crap pictures and videos from Mars. We can get a lot of good pictures and videos from the moon. Just always pointing at Earth, and one always pointing away from Earth. How has no one even thought of that? I mean, someone's got to think of that. Someone who's watching, who says, "Aha, Ebon, look, we're gonna easily prove that the Earth is flat, or a flat root of the Earth is a globe. We'll do what you say. We'll send a rover on the moon, two rovers on the moon. Well, I mean, you guys can do that. And we'll always point one at the Earth, and we'll take hundreds of pictures of Earth, and there you go, proof." It's like, yes, do it. However much it costs, scrap everything that you guys are doing on Mars. Spend your money on the moon rovers. Do it. That's easiest way. I mean, I think most of the attacks that you guys get, the trolls out there, from corporate mainstream media to US government, CIA agents, whatever, to just trolls who like to troll, and or the haters who hate, whatever. The NASA, you guys want those people stop down thumbing your YouTube videos? Well, rather than having YouTube and Google just kind of stopping that or whatever, just send 2 moon rovers out there. And you know what? I think I would be like, you know, screw flat Earth, screw whatever. NASA, you guys are awesome. If you guys didn't land on the moon, I don't care. You guys landed rovers on the moon. We got beautiful pictures. I mean, what's the entire point of landing on the moon was pretty much at that time was just to beat Russia from doing it. Just to say we can do it. All right, let's say we know we can do it. Now let's pave it, you know, just like we do everything in our industrial complex. We find nice piece of wilderness. We pave over the trees to make a trail. We pave over the trail to make a road, and then we cut down more of the trees and make a house. You know, we industrialize it. do that with the moon. Why aren't you? Um, it's the, I don't know. It's kind of, that would be my question if I can talk with NASA. If I can interview anyone from NASA or an astronaut. It's like, why wouldn't you do this? It's like, wouldn't it be great if we sent out two rovers to the moon, one pointing to Earth, one pointing away, so you could have great pictures of the Earth and videos, so we see the splendor of where we live, and then you can also easily disprove to the naysayers out there, to the flat earthers, like, look, we can't get any more real than this. We can't provide any more evidence than this. This is it. And then pictures of the night sky without any atmosphere, without sunlight or reflections of sunlight from the Earth. Beautiful, amazing pictures that we'll have up there of the night sky. Not just pictures, video. And you know, I would be appreciative. I mean, it's just right now we're in the age of technology where people who don't have enough money to go, like, I would love to go to Fiji. I would love to go to Fiji because it would be beautiful. Anywhere I could go where there's a beach and nice ocean. Oh man, those are my favorite vacation spots. But I can't go there. But you know what? I love those people who take those high def photos and videos of Fiji. Oh man, because I just dream about being there on vacation. I can't afford it. I can't go spend like $20,000 and maybe even $40,000 to fly my family up there for a week or two. I would take so many videos and pictures. It would put people to shame. I mean, I take photos and videos, hundreds of them, if not thousands, when I just go on a fishing trip. You guys are going to fucking space. How do you guys not have hundreds of hours of videos and pictures? I'm going to like a little pond over here, and I'm spending like more hours and stuff on the nature part of it. I'm not filming just me. You know, you don't see me with a fishing pole for 2-3 hours in live feed, just facing me. It's like, hey, I'm out here fishing at beautiful Fiji. Oh man, look I caught this big one. No, my videos, my cameras are pointed to nature. They're not pointed to me. Right now, it's pointing to me because I'm talking. You know, there's nothing to see here. I'm in my basement. But when I'm out there, I want to show people what I'm seeing. You know, the picturesque view of, like, that's why I love fishing at Walton Pond over in Concord, Massachusetts. It's beautiful, especially early in the morning. Oh man, you get the fog rising out of the water, the sun rising up, and finally catch a fish, and you can see the ripples coming out of the top of the water. That's just serenity right there. But yeah, I get hundreds of pictures and videos of that. Let's see. Headline and main monitor. Maybe I'll just show you. Right? Let's see if let's do videos. It's taking a little bit of time. At this point, I guess we can I'll end it there a little bit, as far as why we'll never get to space. And let's see. First headline. All right, so here. All right. This is GoPro. Look at that. From 2015, there's this $18.99. You know, these are all pretty much fishing trips. Some family stuff, some outings. But I mean, hundreds of hours of videos. A lot of it I don't even put up there. Maybe I could show something that has here, I don't want to show not nasty videos. I'm just saying I don't want to show like family videos or videos of me picking my nose or my butt. So give me a second here. Let's do it to chat. Is there one with Walden Pond in the summertime? These ones in June would probably work. That one's not Walden. I want an early one. Is there an early one? Sorry if you guys are waiting. Oh, I think this is it. There's ones. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to do ones from like 2017. I forgot that they're like 2018 was a busy year, so I'd have to go back to 2017, and the earlier the better. Okay. Damn it. You guys probably hear all that stuff. Alright, here we go. First headline and monitor. I mean, this was during the day. I'm trying to find ones early in the morning. Screw it. I'll keep looking. But you just notice how just beautiful it is. That was in June. Let's go to July. And I'm not going to show videos of just showing myself reeling in something. That's just dumb.
A couple people always ask me.
I should probably mute that while I'm playing all these. How early is that? Oh, wait. Is that a good one? All right. Oh. Here, see this one?
I didn't mean to press that off button by accident. Anyways, we're gonna put these on even though there's no sunlight.
It's just, this is before the sun rises, and this one doesn't have it where it's you get all the steam rising out of the water, but I'll try to find it. It's just, this is what I'm talking about. If I'm going to a nice, picturesque, beautiful place, I'm gonna take pictures and videos of the picturesque thing and whatever's going on. Oh, here's the video of where this guy catches a 22-pound brown trout. Is this the one? Oh yeah, I think no, it's just a. Is it? Let's, yeah, might as well. Gosh, if I could find it. I mean, I know I've had videos of the water coming up. Maybe this one has it. I mean, I'm walking out here. That's 5 a.m. That's as early as it opens up way back in Walden Pond. Before the sun even rises, I'm out there. Sometimes when I'm out there as the sun's rising, beautiful steam or whatever it is coming up out of the waters. It's just surreal. And I would want people to see that. And because I know I've filmed it. It doesn't happen often. But it happens. And I'm not going to spend my time focusing while that happens on me. I want to focus it on the nature. Same thing with the ISS. You guys are in a place normal people like me will never get to see in their lifetimes. and yet all you're doing is showing us pictures of and videos of you guys just talking and inside the space station. We've seen it all before. We see people. We've seen inside of spaces. We don't need to see any of that stuff anymore. Here we go. I like that. I mean, so this is what I mean. You know, I can see all this type of cool stuff. That's where it's kind of actually sprinkling and raining. It just started pouring. Yeah, and it gets very windy and very rainy fast. And, you know, I'm still out there. That would be interesting to see, because isn't there supposed to be like space storms or atmospheric storms? Or maybe, can we see an aurora borealis from the ISS? We've supposedly seen videos of it, right? See more of that. That would be awesome. This just got dark really fast. No, it's just... I didn't like that day. I lost my hat that day. My rain hat. Because it would just start pouring. I would still fish out there for like 10, 15, half hour. Just to see if I would catch a fish with this weather. But you know what? At least from my experience, when it's raining like that on freshwater, it doesn't really it's not that good. Yeah. Ooh, this one we went blue crabbing. Pretty violet sunset. Pretty cool. See? Isn't that pretty? A sunset. Oh, it was like a few seconds, but you know, I took it. I mean, just hours and hours of videos. There's stuff on a different computer where I have things stored. And those are just the videos. That's just from GoPro. I've got 3 other cameras that I take with me. Some of it's pointed towards me and the view. Some of it's just the view. And then there's also pictures, hundreds, if not thousands of pictures that I have. Maybe NASA has it out there and they just don't want to show us, but wouldn't that be great? Just show us all the, you know, there might even be blooper videos and blooper photos. How come we never see any of those out there? Just show us something that we haven't seen. Stop showing us this crap right here. We've seen it all. We've seen this hundreds of times, hundreds of hours. You know, if you guys want to say hi to your family, have your own little video. You don't need to show it live and make a 1.5 minute video. I mean, they made 4 videos in a week, 3 weeks ago. There should be so many videos, so many pictures they don't know what to do with. That's what NASA should have, with the budget that they have, with the amount of people that they have in their workforce. Oh, look, they have first 8K video from space. Look, are you saying we don't have the technology? NASA doesn't have the video technology. 4320p. I don't even have a video screen that can monitor that can play back at that and actually see the glory of 8K. But let's see what they film in 8K. Let's see what they film in 8K, guys. ISS first 8K video from space. This should be historical. Historical. What are we gonna find? Where are they filming in 8K? Is that it? That's it? Was that what they filmed in 8K? That like 6 seconds of the moon moving? And it wasn't even like zoomed in? Wait, they're just gonna film more things inside the space station in 8K? Alright, here we go. They have this in 8K. That's pretty. That's beautiful. How come they don't show more of that? You know what would be great is I wonder, November 2nd, 2018, was there like a real storm like that? But look, if I'm just kind of doing all this, majority of it's like inside. I don't really care about watching this guy work in 8K. This is what I like saying. 8K, that's like crazy ass zoom right there. Yeah, but how come in this moon picture they didn't zoom it up? So I don't think this was done in 8K. At least not this video of the moon. Are we in this first 8K video from space? Are we gonna see actual zoom up moon, just like the zoom up into Earth? Right? They can zoom up this much with 8K, right? It's like the peninsula. That looks like Florida. That looks small. Alright, but let's look. Oh, more people inside the International Space Station. There's more of the Earth from outside. And more people. You can't... First 8K video from space? And you can't even capture a close-up zoom in of the moon? You get one of Florida. You can't do one with the moon? Oh my god. Give me a budget that NASA has. We'll get to the fucking moon. We'll have 8K video of what's outside the International Space Station. All times, all events. Hundreds, thousands of hours. Oh, gosh. Glorious for enlightening. Oh my god. This is what we're working with. First 8K video from space, 3 minutes and 9 seconds worth. How much of it is outside the International Space Station? I would say half a minute. And it's stuff we haven't really seen that's different. I mean, all this stuff was high definition in the first place. Hey, look at that. You see stars. There'd be stars out there. Oh, no, that's not stars. That's just dust on the window. Oh my goodness. You know what you could do with 8K? Point it away from the Earth and let us see the stars. Or put a filter. I don't know what filter it is, but basically a filter makes the lens dark. Show us the sun in 8K glory. With a solar filter, whatever it is, I have it. Show us that in your first 8K video from space. Don't show us these fucking people inside the space station with your first 8K video? No one cares. We care about space. Let's see space. I mean, I could go on and on, can't I? I probably could. NASA Explorers, Frozen World. You know, would be great if you guys explored Antarctica for us. Where are you guys? Yeah, we're talking. Gosh. Look, I get it. You guys like to talk. I mean, I don't like to talk. If I could go out there and film stuff, I would go out there and film stuff. I try to do as little talking as possible, unless I'm trying to teach people a little bit of what I'm seeing or what I'm doing, or how I'm catching fish or whatever. But I usually just, oh man. You know, I'm gonna do a compilation video of just videos where I want to just show people how beautiful nature can be. NASA can do the same thing. Compilation video of how beautiful space can be. No talking, no music, just the visual glory of space objects without anything else. No fishing poles for me. No space station externals for them. Just actual video, no renditions, no color correction, none of that. Just raw video, high definition. If I can do it, NASA can do it, right? Right? I mean, does anyone think the same way when they're looking at NASA? Their YouTube videos? Are you guys like, oh man, that's awesome. We got more videos of the astronauts in the International Space Station. Because, I mean, we need more of that. Oh, look at that. How much money are we giving NASA? We get to see this. I mean, that's beautiful. Now that's space. Look at that beautiful gray space. The amount of time I mean, if we watch this for a minute, just to let you know, NASA just got paid like $3 million or something like that. The minute that I'm watching this whole minute of this live stream of gray space, they just made like probably $500,000 of funding. Woohoo! Go nice. And why are there 7 people watching gray space? I mean, I have a purpose here. Right? I'm just showing you NASA. But why are there 69 people, or now 67 people? I mean, you can see like half an hour back I was showing this. Why are people watching it? It's just a gray screen. There's no sound. There's no chat. You can't even chat. Why are people here? Ooh, new moon to Mars exploration.
With our moon to
That's good. Are we going to the moon? Are we gonna take more pictures of Earth? Are we gonna put a rover on the moon? Are we gonna have more pictures and videos of moon and the Earth? Oh no, they're just gonna orbit it. You know what I like? I mean, we've got what? A couple of is it China and Russia that they've got some satellites orbiting the moon, right? They've got rovers or something like that. I mean, we've got pictures, right? Why don't they share the telemetry data? If NASA's going to go back up there to the moon, they'll have new telemetry data, right? They can share that with the public. Why can't we have it? Maybe they can take measurements of the radiation levels while they're going out there. There won't be any humans into it. But like, I work for a company. Sorry, I've got a lot of stuff up my nose. Congestion. All right, so I work for a company. You know, they got a lot of HVAC, commercial HVAC information. It's interval data systems. You can probably see it on LinkedIn. But I mean, it's like every few seconds, like pouring in data for every HVAC within a building of hundreds of buildings. You can get that, put that in a database. You can know how hot something was, how cold something was, what the pressure was, and all this other jazz, second by second, all poured into a database that's there for years. It doesn't take up much space. I mean, it's data. It could do the same thing, however long, and this is just one object, 3 days to get to the moon. You can have the telemetry data of where they're going, the speed, the radiation levels, the temperature, everything. They can have it all protected and filmed live from inside, from, you know, looking at the window. Like have 4 windows in the module and have a video pointing outwards. Forget anyone who's inside the module. Oh, maybe have one camera inside the module so you can see just the pressure levels, oxygen levels, air levels, whatever, humidity levels. I mean, any of that outside affecting the inside. You could do that. You could do that now with hundreds of buildings, second by second, you know, and it's not going to take up a lot of space. If we can do it here on Earth, you can do it, NASA. But you know what? I don't think that's going to happen. And it's not going to happen. Why don't you guys question why it's not happening?
And 2 groundbreaking spacecraft ended science operations.
Oh, groundbreaking spacecraft. Nothing. That's all right. Let's see. Let's see what comes about. Anyone want to wager a bet? And we're not going to have any of the things that I said we should have, and that's important, right? Shouldn't the most scientific, at least that's what people say, groundbreaking engineers and scientists who are breaking the boundaries of space collect every data that they can for every type of situation, for every travel, I mean, it could be boring. You might have 8 months of just boring stuff when it's going to the Mars or wherever, however long it takes. But that data is useful. Oh, wow. Oh, that's weird. I guess someone didn't like, hello, anyone there? What the hell? Oh, wow. Well, that's not very good. Oh, man.